Good evening and welcome to NYCryptoTalk. Today's discussion is going to be about the Bitcoin private hard fork. So, as many of you might have already heard, there is going to be a unique Bitcoin private fork occurring in the next month or so, maybe month, 6 weeks, give or take. The announcement hasn't happened yet. So what this means and where is it going to go for 2018? That's what I'm going to try to see if we can kind of get a little bit more clarification on for everyone. So this is a very, very unique fork as far as Bitcoin is concerned. Two ways. One, normally a Bitcoin fork goes from Bitcoin to a new Bitcoin fork. For instance, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold. All these forks are actually coming from Bitcoin going into Bitcoin something else. This is kind of very unique. This is going to be going from Bitcoin as well as ZClassic. So what does that mean? If you own 0.5 Bitcoin and 20 ZClassic, you'll be getting 20.5 Bitcoin private. Basically, they will be looking at the ledgers of both Bitcoin as well as ZClassic and then merging it onto one unique blockchain, and that will be the Bitcoin private blockchain. So very unique. Obviously, if you're holding ZClassic, which is a lot less money than Bitcoin, you will receive that amount of Bitcoin private. So after the news came out of the Bitcoin private hard fork, ZClassic price went extremely high. At the beginning of the year, it was trading. So Christmas Day was trading around $8. The news came out the last week of December, climbed up to $100. It hit, I believe, a high of around $227. I don't think it's hit that since. It went to about $219, $220, only 2 days ago. 1 day ago, sorry. So the price rose drastically, and ZClassic was an Equihash based token which was readily mined. So a lot of people were mining ZClassic just as they would for Zcash. So it was a pretty well circulated for the amount that's out there, which is the 3 million ZClassics. So it is pretty well out there. So a lot of people who have been, collecting this privacy token have quite a bit of it. Not as many people will say is the same for Bitcoin. So obviously the demand went up. Reason being is generally when there's a quality Bitcoin fork, the cost has gone almost out of the gate at a very, very high price. Right now we're trading at almost $200, which is still very reasonable because if you look at other Bitcoin forks, such as Bitcoin Cash, currently trading at $2,500. Bitcoin Gold, trading at $275. Then you have the other ones that Super Bitcoin, which was released I think in December. It's $102. I don't think it's hit many markets right now, not many American at least. And then there was the, I believe, Bitcoin X or Bitcoin Z. This was a huge circulating supply. There was double the supply of Bitcoin, or 100 times. So big difference. That's 21 billion as opposed to 21 million. So obviously the price, a lot of speculators are saying that this Bitcoin private can fall between the Bitcoin Gold price, which is 286, to the Bitcoin Cash, which is about 10 times that at $2,500. So mind you, this Bitcoin is going to have a higher circulation count, being that there are 3 million ZClassic and about 16.7 million BTC circulating. There will be approximately 19.7 million Bitcoin private coins out there. These will be mineable coins. There is no pre-mine, as well as this will not be based off of SHA-256, so this will actually be GPU mined, which a lot of people prefer because most of the people around the world can actually do GPU mining. Not many people can do ASIC mining without special hardware, very expensive special hardware. So, what does this mean for us? What is Bitcoin private? To give it as simple as possible, this is a comparison provided by the Bitcoin private team. Supply, obviously this was done prior to them realizing the circulating count for Bitcoin and Bitcoin ZClassic, but it should be around 19.7 million. Privacy, which no other Bitcoin has. Obviously, this is where the ZK Snark ZClassic / Zcash privacy algorithm comes into play. So you're going to be looking at a Bitcoin private. So this is a privacy Bitcoin. Bitcoin by itself already has high demand. Bitcoin Cash has high demand. I feel that with everybody going towards privacy coins in 2018, having a Bitcoin with the privacy feature in it might be winning as far as something to have. So this might be our top private coin for 2018. Who knows? Still early, we don't have a lot of details. Replay to protection, which just means that you can't use more than one transaction per, someone can't overwrite your transaction. The block time, considerably less than Bitcoin, actually considerably less than all the other Bitcoins. The block size is 2 megabytes, which was the initial block size for SegWit 2x. The proof of work algorithm, as I mentioned, is Equihash, so it's a GPU mined coin, so you can mine it just like you are mining ZClassic right now. The difficulty adjustment is every block, which is great because a lot of people complain about Bitcoin difficulty. There is no pre-mining, which is great, and it is community focused. There is obviously a very big community behind it. Right now, Bitcoin Private, I believe, only opened up their Twitter account 2 weeks ago, the last week of December, and I think at this point people didn't even know. And they've already gotten a good following. They also have a Reddit page with about 1,300 readers. Obviously, it is still bumping up. There is a Telegram group. A lot of people still maintain the discussions in ZClassic, so there are a lot of people going on about Bitcoin Private, what it's going to be, when it's going to get released. At this point in time, they are currently working on their wallet. So once they're complete with the wallet, so here's an announcement from Red, who is the main architect for ZClassic and now for Bitcoin Private. We had a constructive meeting tonight with Bitcoin Private development team. We are very close to announcing a fork date. We can almost taste it. Only 2 issues left to solve. Stay tuned for the fork announcement. So if we go to their GitHub page, what they're basically trying to do is create an Electrum wallet for ZClassic. Once this is complete, which is, I think, the main reason that they're holding off on a fork date, is they want to be able to have their wallet complete so that everybody can transfer their funds from their exchanges to the Electrum wallet, determine where the snapshot is going to be, and once that snapshot happens, they'll know exactly who has how many ZClassic, who has how many Bitcoin, and they can provide the airdrop of the Bitcoin Private. So, a lot of people have the question, where will it be distributed? Will it only be wallet-based? Will it be exchange-based? Right now, they are working with exchanges. I believe ZClassic is only on Bittrex and Cryptopia. Yeah, Bittrex, Cryptopia, and Coin Exchange. So I think they're trying to work with Bittrex, and I'm assuming they might try to work with Cryptopia. It's not as high of a volume. Bittrex historically has not done airdrops, not done forks. They don't do much. They hold people's gas for Neo. Not sure if they'll do it, but with the Electrum wallet, all the work they're doing, it could be potentially that they're holding off because of all the development work that they're doing on that to allow the exchange to take the airdrop, which a lot of people prefer, because the question goes, what's going to happen to ZClassic? ZClassic has a good platform. It has very low fees, much better than Zcash. But the question will be, will development stay on? It's very unsure at this point if there's going to be a development team that's going to remain on ZClassic, or if everyone's going to go to Bitcoin private. So it's hit or miss on what's going to happen to ZClassic price once it drops. Whereas trading at $202, I expect once there is an announcement of the wallet being released, a fork date occurring, this price is going to go up. We're probably going to be looking at $300 to $500 for ZClassic in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Before the fork, people are going to FOMO. They're going to want to get ZClassic in order to get their Bitcoin private. Because right now, up until setting a date for the fork, people are very unsure if it's going to happen. They weren't sure if this was just people trying to pump the price, be able to sell out. Who knows? But the price is definitely going to go up. I'm expecting Bitcoin private to be a pretty healthy coin. So I think even at this price, it's probably still worth it to get in. But once that announcement happens, which it looks like they're pretty close to doing, I don't know. They said they have 2 issues left. So if we go to their Bitcoin, to their GitHub, and we see issues, there's no issues with this Electrum wallet. So there's not an open issue. If we go to their just community, and we have their ZClassic wallet, Bitcoin private, there's 1 issue right now, and this is just for their website, sorry. If I just go to, no, they don't have any other section for, they just have an Electrum, and there's no issues here. So I don't know, guys. Doesn't look like there's many open issues on GitHub. That could be a good thing. We might be seeing news in the next 24 hours on the release for the Hardfork. So what I would recommend is do your research. I think still is a good opportunity to buy. Personally, I bought when it was $200 about a week ago. So before, or a couple of days, maybe 4 days ago, it went up all the way to 2 something, and then after it dropped down from 230, I got it at 200 or 190 something, maybe around this time. So about 5 days ago. So, I mean, did I get it high? Yes. The day before, I was looking at it online with a friend, and it was only $100, and I thought it was already crazy. And then the price soared. And I think the price is still going to keep soaring. So, do your research. I think it is going to be a really cool coin to own, Bitcoin private. I think it's going to be readily adopted just for the privacy features, being on the Bitcoin ledger, having the blockchain, just the Bitcoin private name alone is going to mean a lot. Having that extra layer of privacy on top of the Bitcoin just makes a big difference, most people. So, do your own research. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, shoot me a message. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. I apologize if I've taken a couple of breaks. I've been dealing with a crazy sore throat, so I'm trying to sip water as I go. So I apologize for that. And I've also, hopefully this video sounds a little better. One of my commenters, subscribers, mentioned that I had some issues with some background noise, so I'm hoping it sounds better. I'll try to keep improving this as I go, guys. So I really appreciate your likes, your subscribes. Yeah, give me a shout out. All right, guys, have a great evening.